2.5 inches of rain out of this storm in central Pennsylvania. And we've seen some hefty amounts in other areas as well, but not as much as Altoona, certainly. Washington, D.C. and Baltimore both picking up about 2.5 inches. Pittsburgh picking up about 2.5 inches. And as we look at the current conditions, you can see that low still sitting here, the surface low off of the Delmarva Peninsula. It has barely moved at all, maybe just a little bit off to the east here over the last 24 hours. And we continue to see a flow of moisture coming in around the low pressure system. And it's not so much the surface low that's slowing things down, it's the upper level low. Look at this right here, this circulation around our upper level low that's centered in central Virginia right now. And notice that we're still seeing that circulation bringing some moisture in off of the Atlantic into the area around the mouth of the Delaware River. We'll be taking a peek at that in just a moment. In fact, let's go a little closer now. And here you can see a new blob of moisture that is moving onshore into the Delmarva Peninsula, and then it'll be heading up into Maryland and on into southeastern Pennsylvania. Another blob of moisture here south of Cape Cod heading northbound toward Cape Cod and the islands. We'll be looking at that momentarily, but as you can see, some heavier rain now in the Delmarva Peninsula. Chincoteague reporting some heavy rain here in the tip of the peninsula. We're also seeing some heavier rain around Dover, Delaware, with the yellow echoes and all those moving in toward Baltimore and Washington, D.C. Now, before you start getting worried over here in western Pennsylvania, let me point out that this whole system will be moving to the northwest. So with a little luck, we'll see the rain track off, or rather to the northeast. It'll track off to the northeast, and that hopefully should keep the heaviest rain out of the areas that saw the heaviest rain during the day on Friday rather, and Friday night, which was in toward Altoona. However, near Altoona in southern Clearfield County, we do have a flood warning going on right now as a result of previous rains that have fallen running off from northern Cambria County. Now let's focus in on what's happening here in the Chesapeake Bay area. As I mentioned, Chincoteague reporting some heavy rain at the present time, and Dover picking up some heavy rain as well, and looks like some maybe even a few rumbles of thunder here in southern Delaware heading westbound, maybe crossing over in around Annapolis here over the next hour or two. Farther to the north, we are seeing some heavier rain into the Connecticut River Valley right now, and then moving over into the Catskills as well. And right here you can just see that edge of the new batch of precipitation that will be heading northbound and heading up in toward the islands and Cape Cod here over the next several hours. Let's focus in on what's happening in Boston right now and into southern New England. As you can see, our rain moving in a general north-northwest direction as it pinwheels around the storm. Boston picking up some rain right now. As I mentioned, we have some heavier rain right here at Hartford, heading up toward Bradley Field near Windsor Locks, and looks like that could be heading right up the Connecticut River Valley, heading up into the Berkshires and on into the area around Albany. And we're looking also at some gale warnings still in effect from Eastport, Maine down on to Watch Hill. Wind gusts this evening have not been as strong as we have seen previously, but still seeing some gusts up close to 40 miles an hour. And farther to the south, although the winds have died down, we still have a high surf advisory from Fenwick Island on down to Chincoteague Island, Chincoteague on the